Hello again and welcome back to my channel. My name is Carolina and this video is now a follow part, the part that comes after my previous video, which is more like an introduction video about me and who I am. And so if you haven't seen that one, you can go and check that one first if you want to, or you can just stick in here, whatever works for you. But yeah, I was going to tap more into the subject now, which is my spirituality and my spiritual journey and how I experience it. And I don't know how long this video will be. I don't intend to make it too long, because I feel like this is such a massive subject and I can't explain everything to you at once. But this is gonna be the core of my channel. So yeah, it is pretty important. It's like the essence of my channel and me. So I suppose I wanted just to give you a very quick, like the touch of the surface type of thing about this, and explain it to you a little bit, like how I see it, and yeah, like I already said how I experience it and things like that. So yeah, let's begin. So yeah, I would say that my spiritual journey started around 2017, although I feel like it definitely started already at the end of 2016. And since then it's been already pretty wild ride, I would say. And yeah, so now is end of January 2026 that I'm filming this, so yeah, almost 10 years. And I have always had this knowing, like deep knowing inside of me, that one day I just wanna talk about this, because this is wild, this is real, and it keeps on changing my life and everything. And I just wanna share of this, like what is this all, and by doing so I'm hoping that I could potentially help other people who are either interested in this, going through the same themes or issues or whatever, potentially, and just spread the awareness, I suppose, because to me spirituality and spiritual things and anything linked to that, they are just as real as we as humans, as this world, as anything, as this reality that we keep on living in and that we keep on calling life. And yeah, spirituality to me is everything, like absolutely everything. And I feel like it links to the soul purposes of us, like of our lives, like why we are here, what are we here, what are we doing basically. And when I first sort of had this thought in my head that holy crap, I wanna talk about these things, like these things need to, like you need to spread the message far and wide, it scared me a lot, because the world was very different 10 years ago, as we all know. Like, it was very different place, but things already started to shift. But it scared the hell out of me to think that I would be someday here, absolutely wild, like I would be someday here explaining these things to camera and openly publish them to the entire world, and basically use myself and like use myself and like my face and voice and everything to this like huge subject that people often laugh at, or they laugh about it, they joke about it, they think that it's not real, and they think that people who talk about these things are absolutely crazy people who don't have any sort of like touch into the reality, and they are just like absolute cuckoo heads, whatever. Because that's what the reality was pretty much 10 years ago, when I started to experience everything and realizing that, okay, like this indeed is my soul calling and purpose. And yeah, it was scaring me for those 10 upcoming years, I would say, until to this point, where I have done incredible amount of work to be here today as this version of myself, as I am at this moment, at this very right moment. And yeah, just to say, you know, F it, I'm just gonna do it anyway. I'd much rather live true to myself than being scared or afraid still, or just not doing it. Because in fact, not doing it, it's not even an option anymore. Because what you have to understand with this is that I'm very much like this now with my spirituality, and if I even try, like I can't anymore, but like, oh, believe me, I have tried, but like, yeah, every time I try to ignore it and turn my back against it, not good things have come out of it. It's like turning your back against yourself and your core and inner truth as like who you are as a person, and it can be very, very painful, and that then mirrors to the outside world, which mirrors it back to you a little bit like as a pointing finger, that okay, so if this is what you think about yourself, that what you truly are, then yeah, we're gonna show it to you. That like, if you think you are being not a good person and just afraid of everything, then yeah, that's what your reality and life will be about. So, and it just kept on mirroring it to me so much, so there was just there was no going forward anymore. Like, yeah, what I'm trying to say, so if I hadn't followed my true calling, true passion, and accepting myself as as who I truly am, like if I hadn't done that, then my life would be pretty much like, almost like living hell at the moment. Not like, I feel like I have always been very privileged, like for example, I have never been homeless or anything like that, but like I have been, for example, in bad relationships and things like that, but you know, I don't even want to think like where I would be now if I hadn't just started to follow, if I didn't start to follow my like who I am as a person, like my inner voice, my light, whatever, I feel like everything would be so different. So different. And I certainly wouldn't be here talking right now. But I decided to take the risk to really listen to myself, to really listen to other stuff as well, other realms you could call it, and just really started to say that, okay, if this is what I have always been feeling, and like this is something that I have always known to be true, but I have always been second guessing and not completely following it and just like turning my back to it, then yeah, I lost my thought there, but you know, like I just decided to stay true to myself and follow it. Yeah, that was a little bit of a blurb, like a thing just coming out of my mouth, but I suppose I'm just trying to paint the picture for you how massive thing this is to me and how long it has taken me to finally arrive into this point and being able to do this. And yeah, where this started, like what I was saying in the beginning, was that, yeah, to me this is as real as anything else. And I always say that to me spirituality is like, you know, for example, if you are meeting with your friend or anyone, if you're just seeing another person and you see that the person might be a little bit sad or experiencing some heavy feelings or whatever, and they are just a little bit like or if they're really happy and energetic and, you know, just want to chat, like, yes, you are seeing external signs from that person that you might so that you can then that you can like paint your own picture what is going on, like, you know, like this person is sad or this person is happy or whatever. But like, wouldn't you agree that you are still like sensing something, that you are like, oh, like for example, joy can be very infectious. You know, like you can feel the other person's joy, or you can really feel, especially if you are empathic person, you can feel their sorrow or their pain. For example, if you see someone crying, like, of course, wouldn't you say that of course you're like feeling something out of that emotion? To me, that is spiritual. To me, like something like that ordinary thing, that is just being a human and being spiritual, because you are sensing things, and that's about it. And that's what I want to say to everyone, that that is spirituality, and we all have it. We all have our inner world, inner light and love and whatever, but we also have these senses built into us, and those senses that we use to sense this world and form images, that was the word I was after earlier, form images and like build this world inside of us that we see outside. Like we have these like antennas, and you just not, because I'm so sure that you have experienced at least something, that when you, for example, you have sensed that something has been like coming towards your way, or like something something happening, like whatever it is, if it's like, even if it's like a small or big thing or whatever, I'm sure you, in your life, you have had some sort of experience of this, that what I'm trying to talk and communicate now. And yeah, that's spirituality for you, and that's life, and that's like, and for example, let's talk about animals. You can sense when animal is sad or happy, or, and again, yes, you can see it, but you can, if you have ever owned a pet or like interacted with an animal before, for example horses or something like that, I'm pretty sure you can just understand what I'm talking about. You sense things, and there's like almost like a telepathic conversation between you and the animal. Like if you have ever communicated with an animal, you know what I'm talking about. Like, this is not a rocket science, and that's the thing. Life is not a rocket science. Life is just life, and we all live it and experience it, and that's why I almost like, I feel, not that I feel sad, I just feel like if anyone says that, for example, spirituality isn't real, I'm like, but you are living it. you are living this life. How can you say, like, to me it's absolutely bonkers that we would just born into this world, just like, we don't even have to talk about something being born and like how birth happens. I'm not saying, like, I know how biology works, like, I'm not saying that that's just all spirituality, like spiritual stuff. That's not what I'm saying. Of course I know that things are physical and you know, evolution, blah blah blah, but like, oh my god. You seriously think that life is just life? You know, like, just animals and humans are the only one who breathe, for example, and like, oh my god. I feel, yeah, maybe maybe sad is the right word in a way. I just feel very sorry. I feel very sorry for the people who still like to argue that there's nothing else than that, like, that there isn't spirituality and you can't sense it, although you are literally a human. If you're watching this video, you are a human being, living, breathing and experiencing and sensing this life, and still some people think that no, there's there are emotions and then there's physical and that's it. to me that is absolutely bonkers. Like, I just, yeah. Anyway, I feel sorry for those people because they don't get to experience things with their full being. I don't even understand, like, for realsies, I don't understand how sometimes, like, how people function in this world without, for example, thinking of these things or thinking that these are absolutely bullshit. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. But yeah, that was my little explanation slash story time slash rant. And yeah, I feel like it's impossible for me almost to keep these videos very short. But I suppose that was very, very short and small introduction. I lost that word in my other video, so that is funny that now I know it. Introduction to this thing and this subject. I suppose I just wanted to tell you what I like on a surface level what I think about spirituality and how I experience it, or how I think other people experience it as well. And I still didn't really give you my personal story too much, and I feel like that's gonna be my next aim, where I just... Sorry, yeah, my camera keeps on doing this, it doesn't focus. But yeah, where I just... where I will share my story more, like what has happened and things like that. I think that's a helicopter flying now. I have very thin windows in my apartment, so you can feel, you can hear everything. Everything here, but yeah. Yeah, I think that's it for now, because that was a little bit of a rant there as well. But yeah, I just wanna explain more and tell more stories about this, what I have experienced and felt and even seen. And I'm really excited about this whole journey. Like, I'm super excited. Yeah. In fact, my battery in my camera is flashing now, so I will have to wrap this up anyway. And yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what's gonna follow soon, but yeah, we shall see. Yeah, I hope you will have a good day, or whatever, whenever you're watching this. And yeah, I will speak to you soon. Bye.